Hey, what's going on guys? It's Adrian from Zulu. Today I'm going to show you everything you need to know about animating tracking for text in After Effects. I was going through Instagram and I came across this, I think it's a Design and Creative Festival in America actually. It's called Us by Night or it's US by Night, I'm honestly not sure. But if you guys like branding, like these guys are on point with all their type and everything, and branding, colors, everything's just amazing. Looks so sick. And one of their examples that they did, I think it was to promote some tutorials or just a launch night for some tutorials or something. And they did this piece for Instagram. I'm just going to play it for you guys. Alright, cool. So super buttery. The motion graphics are smooth. There's a lot of playing with the graph editor here because you can see it like kind of eases in and speeds up and down in certain parts. What I usually like to do is watch something and how someone's done it and kind of like deconstruct what I need to do for my own stuff. So I love this technique. I really just wanted to like figure out how they did it because to me it was like a little bit of a challenge to dive in and think of like how would they animate the tracking for one, but how would they animate the tracking from side to side as if it was in its own containing box. So if you look here, you can see there's like a rectangle here, and it seems like it's all, the animation's all happening within that, and then it's just being flipped and rotated and seamlessly looped up and down. So I'm just going to show you guys how I would approach this. I mean, there's many techniques on how to do it, but this is just how I would do it. And hopefully you guys can learn some stuff on the way on how to seamlessly loop stuff, a bit of motion graphic stuff, and also how to use the graph editor, because the graph editor will help you massively when you're trying to just give yourself a point of difference with time, flow, and speed in your animations. Alright, so what the effect we're going to be using today from the effects and presets panel is the tracking. So if we chuck on the decreased tracking onto our design, you'll get this animator 1 in there. And what this is going to do is give you type tracking before and after and tracking amount. So the tracking amount is really important to getting this effect right. It comes in with 2 preset keyframes, so let's delete those, and what you'll also need is your position to be keyframed, so let's keyframe that, and we also need one more element to make this effect work, and that would be in your add tab in the animator 1. Go to property, and then let's do line anchor. So this line anchor basically is going to let you offset your pivot point, I'm pretty sure, so that you can change the direction of where what side you're tracking to. So I'll show you that now. If we have that at 0, what that's going to do is line this back up to where we want it. That's good, it's what we want. And I think the fact that it's on 0 means that you're tracking from left to right now, and 100% would mean you're tracking from right to left, and that's exactly what we want to do by switching that value later down the track. So for now, let's just keyframe that. So you've got your 2 keyframes here, your line anchor, keyframe your tracking amount, and then you want to keyframe your position. So let's start off with 0 tracking for now. Bring that back to our default layout that we like. We like this better, so let's go back to 0. Holding down shift and page up will allow you to do 10 frame increments on your timeline. So generally I use this just to speed up my workflow, and I will go page up 3 times, or page down 3 times, sorry. So that while holding shift, let's page down 3 times and get 30 frames onto the timeline. So now what I want to do is actually move my tracking amount forward until the edge of that end hits that guideline that we set up previously. So at about 135 tracking, good old dyslexia, 135 tracking hits that line, then I'm happy with this. So this keyframe's good. So then what I want to do is also keyframe the line anchor and the position. So now if you move forward, this is where the magic's going to happen. So move forward 1 frame by hitting page down or moving in your timeline with your mouse. And then what we want to do is switch this line anchor. So what's going to happen here is over 1 frame of time, the anchor is going to flip and this is going to allow us to then animate the tracking back. But because it's happening over one frame, to anyone's eye, you're not going to see this flip, or it's completely invisible. And what that's going to do, like I'll show you now, you put that to 100. So that's going to actually push your text back, but don't worry about that because we're going to offset it with the position now. So let's move that position back to where the end should be. It should line up roughly there, and that will automatically put a keyframe if you've gone forward a frame. And now you can just barely see it move. So obviously I haven't done a good job lining that up. So what I'm going to do is go back to my end keyframe, click on my layer, move forward a frame. Just by using my arrow keys, I've actually moved, forward a pixel. So now, not lining up very well, is it? So let's go back one. We'll just keep it there. So between those two, you can marginally see a difference, and that's fine. I'm happy with that. If I was really picky, I would line it up by hand perfectly, but I'm not being picky for argument's sake, just for this tutorial. So that's cool. Once you're on this frame, the end frame again, so you've got 30 frames and then the one frame of the flip, and then you're going to go forward another 30 frames by holding shift, page down again. And then what you're going to do is bring this tracking back to 0, and you'll see that now it's gone from one side to the other. So it's automatically keyframes once you change that value, and let's play that through. So what's happening now is this kind of like slug effect. It's going from tracking out to the entire length and then pulling its end all the way back. So that's great. That's exactly what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and do this for every single part of text that I want to animate. So for example, I want this is to do the exact same thing, but the I stays stationary and the S goes all the way to the right, and then the I comes all the way back and follows it. So let's go ahead and do that now. A point I needed to make for the bottom text is that what you're going to do is have this line anchor text at 100 or at the beginning, because 100% of line anchor means it's going from right to left. So that's exactly what you want first, and we're going to do the complete opposite of what we did up here and flip it. So I'm going to go ahead and animate that. You guys can pause the video, animate it yourself, and it's going to be the exact same steps. So I'm not going to show you guys for time's sake. It's going to be a quick tutorial today. Alright, so I've got these two bunches of text animating back and forth like I wanted. Looks good to me. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up my tutorial for how to animate tracking in After Effects. I hope this helps you guys learn at least a thing or two about After Effects. Go check out our Instagram and our website at zuluweight.com.au, and Instagram is linked on the website, so you can go through there. Give us a like, comment and subscribe, and have a good one.